Howdy, folks. Are you recording? Okay, perfect. Howdy, folks. My name is Tanner with Evergreen Exteriors. I'm going to run you through what a traditional roof bid looks like. This is either a recap of an estimate you got earlier, or maybe you weren't able to meet, or you just wanted an online bid. So we'll kind of run you through the products and different options like that. Okay, Dakota, the next couple questions I want to ask you are about kind of different things with what you're looking for on a roof and different items along that side. How long do you guys plan on staying in the house?
Well, I'm a first home buyer,
Okay.
so this is a starting point. I'd like to say we'd be here anywhere between 4 to 8 years.
Okay. So, a home you're going to be in for a while, but eventually are going to grow out of as the family grows.
That's how we expect.
Okay. Are you guys looking for an energy efficient solution? I noticed you have that room upstairs, and I feel like in a lot of other homes, we've seen those rooms get pretty warm, pretty hot this summer. Is that a problem you guys are having?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It cooks in the summer and freezes in the winter.
Well, we'll go over some cool products later that can help with ventilation and can help with insulation. So they'll keep those rooms cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter, which is awesome.
No, it's perfect. That's what we'd like to go for.
How involved with your home do you want to be? Do you want to be maintaining the roof at all? Are there certain angles like that you want to be involved in? Some folks love to do that, some folks hate it. I just want to kind of get your feeling.
I mean, I'm a classic man. I like to mow the lawn,
Okay.
sweep the floors, but I don't see myself getting on the roof very often.
They're kind of steep, I know. We don't love them all the time either.
I just don't know anything about roofing.
No, I feel you. When are you looking to start this project, Dakota?
We're a bit busy right now. It might take us about 2 months to get proper funding to go with this project.
Okay, so not looking to start right away. You're not hoping for someone to start tomorrow, but a couple months out.
Yeah.
Cool, easy peasy. Okay, following up the questions we've asked and kind of discerning which package would work best for you, we'll go over all the packages. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with the preferred package. The way our estimates work is they have the address line here, the amount right here, and the package, and what that package includes. So for the preferred package right here, we're gonna have these inclusions down at the bottom. And this carries on through all three of your estimates. So the primary package right here will have your address right here, the bid number right here, which package it is right here, and then the inclusions in the primary. So if it says primary, it correlates with this one right here. The third option would be our Palouse package. So same as the rest, it'll have the address here, the bid right here, and then the package right here correlates with the Palouse package right here. Okay, the next thing we're gonna go over are the consistency between the packages. There's a bunch of things we do the same no matter which package you have. The biggest difference in between the package is gonna be the line of shingle, and in some specific regions, the introduction of ice and water. So we'll go over the difference in between Malarkey shingles and competitor shingles. So Malarkey shingles are famous for a number of different things. One is the SBS modification. That stands for styrene, butadiene, styrene. That means the shingle is not oxidized and it's gonna stay flexible for its whole life, allowing the shingle to lie flatter on the roof, two shingles to sit flatter throughout your roof, and to prevent blow-offs and stay flexible for things such as hail or wind events. Their Vista shingle has a class 4 rating, which is the highest possible rating. So Legacy has that as well, while the Highlander, which is the primary package, has a class 3 rating. The biggest difference in between Malarkey and competitor shingles are going to be our terminations over here. So if we look at this shingle, you can see we have an overlap. I'll try to open this up for you guys. I've got a separate one over here. It's a little bit more unsealed. So if you look really close over here, you can see the start and end of the rain line. So we've got a full overlap and a tapered shim throughout the shingle. That means for the entire nail line, where all the nails go, we're going to be hitting two sections of shingle all the way through, preventing blow-offs and delamination throughout the shingle's life. Competing shingles, and this is true for all shingle brands, are gonna have a tiny little lamination zone. So look at this, we got about 1/2 inch right there compared to the Malarkey with 3/4 plus of an inch. So from right here to right here, it's probably 1.5 inches. So you got a lot of space right there. The importance of this is if, one of our guys misses a single nail, that shingle's warranty is instantaneously voided. Whereas on the Malarkey shingle, we can maintain warranties all the way through and not have an area where manufacturers are going to be able to disavow a warranty because they missed a single nail. The other benefit of Malarkey is the flexibility, the SBS modification I talked about earlier. So if we look at the shingle right here, and both these shingles have been in my house for the last 4 or so hours, so they should be pretty warm. If we break this right here, we can see a number of fractures along this line right here. So we can see a fully broken fiberglass matting throughout this line right here. And then another break right here. Whereas if we grab a Malarkey shingle and do the exact same thing, it flexes all the way through. So we've got a flexible shingle over here that will sit back flat without any fractures versus the competing shingle that broke in 3 or 4 spots. So one's here, and one's down here by my finger. We'll do it again with the Malarkey shingle. We're staying flexible all the way through. That's why we run only SBS modified shingles. A couple other things to point out with the shingle roof are the underlayment systems we use and the metal flashings we use. All of our roofs, we have metal D-style. The importance of metal D-style is it supports the shingle on the outside edge of the roof. So right here, you can see the shingle supported all the way down to the eave edge and doesn't have any chance of breaking down there. If we still ran an older G-style system, like this right here, we'd have to do something called knuckling our shingles. So that means where you run the shingle about a knuckle edge pass. The downside of this is after years, that shingle can slowly wear down and break on that edge, and you can have leak possibilities or backwash possibilities. So we want to use only D-style for all of our roofs. Another product we use, and this is going to be in all of our Plus packages and all of our preferred packages. Depending on the municipality, some codes require us to use it on entire roofs, or sometimes they allow or require us to just use it 24 inches past the inside edge of a heat-bearing wall. So what this is this is a sticky membrane that self-heals around nail holes. So if we punch a nail through it, it's gonna seal around that penetration. So right now we have a big old nail hole, a little bit of time and a little bit of heat. She's gonna seal back around herself over there and go back around that nail until you have an almost unnoticeable hole in there versus a synthetic, which isn't gonna self-heal around a nail. This is also sticky on the backside. So the benefit of this is with ice dams, if you have any ice on the outside edge of your roof, this is going to prevent backwash back underneath your shingles and keep water out of your soffits and out of your home on the outside edge. This is why we asked about maintenance earlier. If you're okay with doing some maintenance to your home and scraping off ice dams or things like that in the winter, then you don't really need this if you're in a municipality that doesn't require it. If you are in a municipality that requires it, we would of course have to put it in due to code. But it also prevents you having to do maintenance on your home. So nothing to worry about if you have ice and water. You can let those ice dams build up and you don't have to worry about scraping those edges off. Another thing we do with our roofs are kick-out flashings and step shingles. So what I'll have for you guys right here is an example of what a roof looks like on the eave edge when it runs into a wall. Kick-out flashings are important because they redirect water away from your siding. And lots of homes will see little tiny kick-out flashings that are about the size of my finger. We want to run full 3.5 inch full step shingles. So on the eave edge, we'll have our first shingle coming in right here. This will redirect all that water away from that wall. The other thing we do with our step shingles is we run 1 step shingle per shingle. Very consistently in different regions, you're going to see people doubling up with these 14-inch step shingles and running 2 or sometimes even 3 shingles per step shingle. We never do that. We always run one shingle per step shingle. So we'll put in one 4x14 step shingle right here on this edge. Our next shingle right here, and then another step shingle. So we're never doubling up, and we're getting a full 10 inches right there of overlap on the backside to really prevent leaking on these really important wall connection areas. The other system that we run are metal valleys. All roofs we do get metal valleys, and the reason behind that is that water, granules, pine needles, leaves are all ejected from your valleys. So if you have a kind of a standard shingle valley, shingles were never made to contort into a valley situation. They're made to lay flat on a roof. When you start to wrap them up through a valley like this, we're gonna get some breaking in the fiberglass matting. So we never flex our shingles through the valleys. We always run metal valleys. And this will, like I said, eject those granules, the leaves, the pine needles, all of those out of the valley, and won't create up a buildup over there where something you have to clean, gonna have to be a maintenance item over there. What we also run are continuous ridge venting on all the roofs we do. Somewhere around here I have a sample of fiberglass ridge venting. And that would be the other one, Dakota. No. You can pause for a second. The next part I want to talk about is pricing. We're not going to be the cheapest estimate you get, and we know this and we're okay with it. If you're looking to sell the house in the next 6 months, 1 year, that's totally fine, and there's a good company that can fit your needs. And we're happy to recommend them to. We have a couple good choices out there. What we're pushing is the ROI, the security, and the investment in your property. So with our projects, every project comes with a 15-year labor warranty, fully transferable to the next homeowner. We also come with a concierge service where we're registering all your warranties, we're pulling all permits, we're handling all the paperwork. We're also happy to transfer over your material warranties for your roof as well. The other side of things is our installation methods. So we talked earlier about pulling all the step shingles back behind me on certain properties. That's a very labor-intensive task and is what we need to do in order to have that 15-year labor warranty, where I know that you guys have nothing to worry about, and I'm not gonna stay up at night worrying about if your roof's gonna leak or not. So with our installation, our longest in-class labor warranty, and our full concierge service, our pricing is kind of our pricing.